Kirwan's Game Store, the best place in gaming.
This is good. It's like they're splitting each other's decks. This deck actually looks pretty insane.
Does it?
Jeremy's list. Yeah, he's got Strength Root Geist, Land Worlds, Crater, even Kitchen things. He's got Emissaries.
Oh, it's like a weird elves, I guess.
Yeah.
With the
He's got Harmonize. It's pretty intense. Yeah, he's even got Nicholas in here.
He's doing his best Gaia's Cradle elf impression.
Yeah. Caller of Beasts. That's a 4.
It says once.
Alright. Looks like they're drawing their first hands here. Sweet unhinged lands. Or them blue. Got Steve? Alright. I feel like they probably should have announced like guys on his phone that like can't use devices. Just in case in your future match, so the guy's just chilling.
On
like,
Twitch.
Yeah, just wait 3 minutes and just like, oh, what's in his hand? I wish we had hand cams too. But
Yeah,
can't
hopefully we'll
wish
be able to
forever.
see it good.
Swear. Good. Bang.
Alright, leading up the Misty Rainforest. Gonna have to deal with this, kind of hard to see in the hands. Elvish Mystic. Alright, so P-Rep is now at 19 life. Put a green pool into play tap. Some more shuffling. We'll change the life totals as soon as we can. Just having a little technical difficulty.
Back to Jeremy's turn. Oh. There it is. Now, sure. There's mono green ocean nonsense here. Green off of burning tree. Ooh, alright.
That's a good penalty. Could have set Jeremy up for a big turn. This is the first time we'll see a penalty counter burning from Syrian Modern.
Probably true.
Alright, Pete's gonna go ahead and fetch here with a Verdant Catacomb, bring him to 18. He's actually gonna shock himself, so that will bring him to 60.
There's a Liliana. Getting rid of that. Ooh, alright. Yeah, he swung with the.
Oh, right. Alright,
So Pete's at 15. Jeremy's still at 20. Now Liliana hits the board. There's a lot of sweet cards in Jeremy's deck.
Yeah. Although I feel like the Liliana's going to actually start taking him, actually. If Jeremy has a hard time.
He has... Where are they?
Kitchen Finks leads off here, which is actually pretty good against Liliana right here.
Leatherback. Well, he's Leatherback Bailoff me. I thought he had obstinate Bailoff me. She definitely should have.
I don't know about me. It's a very good sideboard card.
Sweet against Liliana.
Yeah, it's good against all of the junk decks.
I'm not sure about here though.
So Pete's gonna lead off with an Inquisition here, seeing a whole bunch of cards he can hit. Alright, he can hit one of them. Crater Hoof, Rough Collar, and last card I'm not sure. Might have been Leatherback Bell though.
Looks like it, yeah. And there's a Death Ray Shaman.
Alright, then he takes up the Liliana. Jeremy discards Crater Hoof, and Pete Rep throws the Tectonic Edge into the graveyard. Jeremy's at 22. You're on that.
Swings in.
Alright, Liliana down. I assume they were both just at Lily.
Yep.
And Pete just said, alright, that's fine.
He's actually really cool. Oh, there's
Here we go.
Here.
Actually, I'm gonna take a look at his list. He's actually playing 4 Dark Confidant also.
That might really hurt Jeremy here with his 3 main Crater Hoof.
Yeah.
And 4 main Rough Collar beasts.
That's the good thing about Dust Mantle.
There.
He's gonna start bringing the beats. He can get them in.
Yeah.
That's Elvish Archdruid. Is that the one it is? Jorga Tree Speaker. There you go. That's the one it is. Alright, sorry about that, just a quick delay. Alright, we're working on putting the names in there now. I'll update the life totals in just 1 second. Just for a quick update, Pete is currently at 10, Jeremy is at 23. Pete's going to go ahead and disfigure the Jorga Tree Speaker, which is pretty good. That card can get pretty out of hand sometimes. Picks up Liliana, discards a Thoughtseize, while Jeremy discards a Garrock.
A lot of weird cards in this deck.
Yeah, I'm actually. Neither one of us are green players, but we're going to do our best here. I think he just. Is that Harmonize? Or. It's the card that Ben Stark played in his Jund deck, where you play as 4 mana, you draw 3 cards and read. Here's what it is. It's Harmonize one of those.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Ben Stark was the innovation behind that at the last modern large tournament there was. So as Jeremy starts to draw cards here, Pete's gonna have a hard time 1-for-1ing with him. At least Dust Mantle Seer's there to help him as long as it doesn't, kill him. Life totals are Pete is at 10, and Jeremy is still at 23 as of our last update.
Alright, here we go.
Alright. Sorry about the delays in life total and names.
Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseize here. It's kind of important. Jeremy just drew 4 cards plus whatever else it was. Pete is now at 8. He's going to take the Crater Behemoth out of there because the elves aren't going to be a big deal to him.
I don't know if I'm a fan of actually doing the Crater Hoof. He still can't cast it, and he's far from it. But then again, the Nykthos could change that.
Yeah, a Nykthos off the top
he doesn't.
before.
He doesn't know he has Nykthos in his deck. He probably just think he's playing some crazy deck.
It is.
Just exile the Strangleroot off the stack, which is pretty sweet.
Got a Verdant Catacomb from Pete. So crack it. Pete is now at 10 life from the Death Ray Shaman activation. Jeremy leads off, plays an elf, shift turn back, plays 2 elves, shift turn back. Pete draws a Maelstrom Pulse off Dust Mantle Seer, while Tibbets grabs a Strangleroot Geist. Life totals are now 7 to 21. Maelstrom Pulse getting 2 elves off the board. It was cost him a couple life, but it did a pretty good job at ceasing the beatings.
I'd say if Pete can stem some bleeding here, he might be able to take this from Jeremy. Unless Jeremy could then again rip another Harmonize and just be right back in it.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what Pete did with this Liliana, but if he didn't sack, alright, there we go. Gonna make him sacrifice. Get rid of the Kitchen Fangs, beat in for 4. Try to swing this game back into Pete's favor. It's hard for Boom decks to catch back up. Strangleroot Geist, Spell Snare, was holding it, knew it was coming, saw it. Jeremy shifts it back. It's actually starting to look a little bit better for Pete here, as long as he doesn't die to his own Dust Mantle Seer. Hopefully he doesn't start drawing Dust Mantle Seers off Dust Mantle Seers. That's right, it's going to help here to bring Pete back to 8.
Yep.
Alright, so he takes 1 off the Dust Mantle Seer from Spell Snare. I actually missed what Jeremy did there. We'll find out in just a second. Jeremy took a good life chunk, because he's now at 13. So it would be one of the 5 CMC or 4 CMC cards in his deck, which there's a few. It might have been a Harmonize. Pete brings in Dust Mantle Seer again, dropping Jeremy. He's still holding it, still deciding. So, dropping Jeremy probably down to 9 here. Plays a Deathrite Shaman. Deathrite Shamans are actually gonna help Pete stabilize off of his big takes from the Dust Mantle Seer, and also kill Jeremy almost next turn. He actually 1 turn off threat.
Something big here. Vengevine.
That's
what that card.
That's the handwriting. Okay, yeah. So that's a pretty good one. He's going to be forced to chump here because he doesn't want to go down to 3 and worry about it. I mean, he has the Deathrite Shaman activation, so he's going to go back up to 5. And you can always, with the trigger on the stack, respond and activate Deathrite Shaman again 4 life, assuming there's not many creatures in the graveyard, which there are from Jeremy.
Yep. Back to 5.
Alright, so that looked like a Garruk. Oh yeah, he's going to scoop them up. He drew the Garruk off that and finished the beating then, where Pete only drew a creepy target, so he didn't take any life off of that. Pete wins. Pete's up again. We're going to go into sideboarding.
Alright, what would you...
We'll be right back. Alright, so we're back to talk about sideboarding a little bit. We'll start off with Pete's deck. Pete's sideboard, he's got a lot of one-ups, actually, which makes sense in your 3-color deck. He's got 2 Graph Digger Cage, 2 Diglamer, 1 Spell Pierce, 1 Golgari Charm, 1 Mirror Charm, 1 Negate, Threads of Disloyalty, Sword of Light and Shadow Dismember, Damnation, Throwing the Last Roll, and 2 Obstinate Block. I think probably what he's going to bring in here is probably some Obstinate Blocks, just in case he needs to stem some bleeding versus Jeremy. He gets off to a fast start.
Plus a lot of life.
Damnation obviously is going to make a lot of sense.
Maybe even the Threads.
Maybe Threads. Threads can take care of it. I mean, he's not playing Goyd, right? So
I'd say he also bring in the one of Golgari charms because of all the elves.
yeah, the
Mana
one
dorks he saw.
Yep. It's not like Green Zenith, so he doesn't need Bear Graphics or anything like that. I don't know how he's feeling, but he could bring in sort of Light and Shadow just to get the healing salves fired off of that.
True.
And always get back. I don't know what Jeremy has. We'll go into that in 1 second. But not too many options for him. Obviously, Damnation and Obstinate Bailoff are probably good bring-ins.
Right. Now on Jeremy's side, he's got 2 Tormod's Crypt, Relic of Progenitus, 2 Dismember, 2 Corrosive Grip, Scavenging Ooze, which I'm pretty sure he's probably going to do this match. From the Last Troll, Back to Nature, 2 Fracturing Gust, and 2 Creeping Corrosion. I'd say this runs are also probably coming in.
Yeah, he has counter spells, and they'll just be a hard hit that Pete's gonna have a hard time dealing with.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he probably might
can
bring
only
Relic too.
One card that he might be able to deal with on is like Animation. Right?
Yeah, I mean it's a good one, but it's probably just about it. So Jeremy probably brings in Relic just to kind of combat Deathray Shaman. He has to assume that Pete has Tarmogoyf.
Yeah.
So that seems good. It's not like he has any graveyard interaction in his deck, other than String Root Base, but that doesn't affect it. Also, Dismember might be good to take care of the things like Dustmantle Seer and hard to deal with all their cards since he doesn't have any removal main deck. Sure. Scavenging is also good, like you said, Braun. That's about it, though.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Not too much. Obviously, those aren't both popular decks, so there's not too much to bring in either matchup like they expected. So, we'll see how it works.
Still digging the fact that he's playing Mono Green Potion.
Nykthos is a hell of a card.
Yeah. I usually play Mono Blue. Fish. Nykthos might be sweet. Alright, seems like they're shuffling up game 2. Hope Jeremy wins. I don't know. I'm just on this whole mono green thing. I hope it pans out.
I don't know. I've always been a fan of some Dustmantle Seers.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know about Modern, but I'll run it.
Yeah. Got Dustmantle Seer and Dark Company.
Yeah, well, his curve stops at 4 at the 2 Dustmantle Seers, so it's not like they're always going to hit hard for him. I mean, the average of it's going to hit him is probably no more than 2.
Got nothing but 2, bro.
I mean, if he brings in Obstinate Bailoff and Light and Shadow, pushes it up, it's the same thing, but it's still, with Deathrite Shaman and everything else in his deck, they'll be able to stem the bleeding and hopefully stabilize from the damage he would take.
Looks like they're throwing their hands here. Digging the lands up there. Looks like Pete Mulligans.
Yeah, Pete looks at the hand and shifts it back. Probably closer to no land or no lands.
One of those instant chips. Seems like Jeremy's keeping, I guess. If anyone has any questions, they can always just hit up Kirwan's Game Store on their Twitter page.
There's also Kirwan'sGameStore.com and a whole bunch of other tournaments that are coming up. We're also having winning boxes and everything all day. A bunch of different good Kirwan's Game Store stuff. If you don't know the store,
you should come on down. This place is huge.
It's a great store. Steve's a great guy. We're actually having legacy side events today too, which hopefully those start to fire. We have as you can see here, Jeremy Tibbetts, we have a couple good legacy advocates here.
In the Albany area. Guys that couldn't make it down to DC for the GP.
You can actually go to twitch.com to watch the stream, which I'm sure you're at, and you can also chat on the side. You can see everything you're saying. So.
All right, starting this off.
Game's going off. Looks like Pete took a shot here. or lightning bolt actually, to play Death Witch Shaman on turn 1. So Pete will be down to 17. Jeremy didn't have any early plays. He's going to follow up here with a burning tree. A burning tree. And that dismember from the sideboard to take care of Death Witch Shaman.
Which is a very good start there.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Pete's going to have to try to catch up for the 2 cards that Jeremy got to play, plus he lost the Death Witch Shaman, which is actually a pretty big toll. So Jeremy's at 16 and Pete's at 17. He looks light on land, so I wonder if he was actually banking on that Death Right. It looks like he has the second land, but I didn't see a third in his hand.
Also a watery grave, so if he wants to do anything, he'd have to shock.
Not to mention, he had a mob in his hand also, so it's going to actually start.
Jeremy's going to be bringing the beats this turn. And turning shit sideways. There we go. Takes 4.
Yeah, he's not going to block Death Right. Pete's at 13.
Pete's turn.
Looks at his hand quick, see what's going on. Draws for turn. Hopefully. Oh, he has a tech edge, and that looked like
another overgrown turn.
So he's actually not bad on land. So he could probably lead off here. He has a Lily, it looks like. Liliana of the Veil. But he's probably going to go ahead and go off with Dark Confidant here. Try and catch his hand back up. Oh, alright. Abrupt Decay, hitting the...
Stem some bleeding.
Hard to say.
It was a Bailoff.
Oh, it was a Bailoff. Okay, yeah. That would have came in pretty hard for him.
Yeah.
So.
Another Vengevine.
Alright.
There's a lot of damage there. 8 damage. He's taking all of it.
Yep, Pete's now at 5. So, even his Dark Confidant in his hand now is going to make it really difficult for him to catch back up here. Especially taking damage. He'd be probably dead before he has enough cards to deal with everything that Jeremy's throwing at him.
He's like a Maelstrom Pulse, and that's about it.
Yeah, he needs a Maelstrom Pulse and like a Doom Blade. That would do it, but... looks like another Death Ray in his hand. I think Bob, I'm pretty sure I've been seeing the Dark Confidant, and Lily. So actually all of those cards are not going to cut it right now.
I mean, you could play the Lily and chump, then activate, eating a guy, going to 7, and I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe going to 3 at that point.
Yeah, he's probably going to play Lily, take it down. Hopefully Jeremy sends someone at Lily, which I mean I don't think he would. And then Pete's going to have to activate Death Ray Shaman, but it's still cutting close to lethal. Block activate Death Ray Shaman.
If Jeremy has another, Jeremy has another
haste creature.
Haste creature, right? Yeah. It's going to be almost over.
I'm going to assume that Pete's going to have to... Okay. That's I mean, I wonder if it would have made it better for him just to have activated Death Ray Shaman and blocked the Death Ray Shaman. I mean, now I guess he's going to... You see, he won't get 2 activations out of it now anyway, though. I guess he's... What's Benjamin? Okay. I don't know. So, another Dismember, and drop Jeremy to 12. Let's see. Benjamin's toughness is 3, right? He's a 4/3?
Yep.
So, I don't know what Pete was planning there. Probably going to throw the Death... Wait, he has to throw Death Right in front of Benjamin here. He's going to take 2, go to 3.
And the Elf.
Elf. Jeremy's hand is empty, though. So, as long if he can draw a removal spell for the Benjamin and...
I would have held the Elf, I feel.
Always
scopes it up anyway.
He drew nothing, so...
I would have held the Elf just in case he had a removal spell for Benjamin.
Yeah.
Because then I could have cast the Elf and then whatever creature I could have drawn had the Benjamin and swung in the next turn.
Oh, right. I forgot that Benjamin does that whole Benjamin thing.
The Benjamin thing.
The only thing is, Jeremy playing that Elf made it lethal, even if Pete had a removal spell for Benjamin. Because it would have made it 3 damage. But if he... yeah. So...
Well, now to game 3. Sideboarding again. I don't see what changes might happen between the two from the first sideboard.
So I wonder if either of them changes anything. I think Pete just took a look at a sideboard, maybe thinking he wants some other cards. Maybe something like Bugari Charm. Maybe he didn't bring it in right away and thought it was a better idea to bring it back in. A lot of 1/1s. Actually, Golgari Charm is one that moves the graveyard, right?
I do not believe so. I think that's right.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right. I was gonna say because you can hit some better
-1/-1 destroys an artifact or enchantment.
Yeah,
and then makes your guy and regenerate your guy. Yeah, pull one up right here. Did you ever hear the cute legacy trick with Rakdos Track?
No,
Goblin Lackey?
What's that?
Whenever Goblin Lackey deals damage to anyone.
Oh, really? So you Rakdos try and ping yourself and
you swing, get a. If he gets in, Siege Gang Commander, Rakdos for Charm, turn 2, get another Siege Gang Commander.
That's game.
Yeah.
Even your Sneak and Charmer will have a hard time dealing with that.
I don't know, I feel like that still might be able to do it.
So Golgari Charm is all creatures get -1/-1, destroy target enchantment, or regenerate each creature you control, which is actually good. Not against damnation, but it'll at least 1/1 with the removal spell if Jeremy needs it to, or if it's out of Pete's deck. So never mind. You can save from a Dismember though, which could be key.
Yeah.
If need be.
Can it save from Dismember?
Oh no, because it's -1/-1. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. My bad.
I think the biggest use of that card will probably be the -1/-1. Get rid of all the mana dorks, and maybe if he's swinging in, he could get some favorable blocks.
Yeah,
just wipe a board basically.
That'd be pretty good too.
Almost like
nothing like a Death Ray Shaman blocking a 2/2, taking him out.
Like they're presenting decks. I honestly have no idea who would be the favorite in this matchup.
I feel like unless Jeremy pulls off the Death Ray Shaman shenanigans and drops the Nykthos early, I feel like Pete's 1/1s are probably better. And I mean, Goyf's hard to get through for these LB kind of decks. Not to mention, Pete's playing more of the Bob effect to draw cards to have his 1/1s better. But like we just saw in that game, if Jeremy goes Burning Tree, way ahead of the curve, and that gets ahead way fast. But as you can see, Pete's mulliganing again here. So this will be his second time going down to 6. Jeremy looks like he's pretty content with his hand.
That's clear. I'm pretty sure he probably took that out.
Yeah, he probably assumes it's too slow. It probably won't do much. You know the Garruk stayed in his deck, which is...
Well, I mean, if Garruk stays in, why not keep Crater?
Well, because
you can minus Garruk and just slap him.
Well, I mean, that's true too, but you don't want too many big drops, and at least Garruk will fill back up your hand against all the
especially with Dustmantle Seer, because that's how he lost games.
Yeah, actually. So he probably shaved a good number of things, and maybe just angled faster.
Yeah, more an aggressive start.
Alright, Pete looks like he's going to keep his 6 here and lead off with a Swamp.
Probably.
Inquisition. See Jeremy's hand here.
Sweet hand.
Forest, Elf, Scavenging Ooze, String Ooze, guys, Garruk. Garruk Thrun.
Yeah.
So
Garruk Thrun are probably the 2 cards. Oh, he can't hit those 2 cards.
I think if I'm Pete here, I take Ooze because he's awkwardly hard to deal with. Like, you can't just 1/1 him. Like, Scavenging Ooze might get out of hand sometimes, but at least you can kill him with one removal spell.
Especially out of, like, Pete's deck.
Although, he only has 2 lands, so maybe Elf is good to keep him off of a 3-drop on turn 2 and Thrun on turn 4 in case he draws it. I'm not too sure. It's actually not the easiest decision for Pete here. I guess it depends on what his hand is. We haven't been able to see too much. I think I saw a Pulse, but it'd be kind of hard to tell.
At least Pete has how many abrupt decays made? 3 abrupt decays. So I'm not sure if I might even get rid of Strangle Root. Oh, he got rid of Pete. Keeping him off mana.
Yeah, well, that's also a very viable plan, like I said. They're actually joking about something now. These guys are both from the Albany area.
Yeah.
Bird Catacomb.
Death Ray.
Pretty good. Start.
What do you choose out of the 2? Strangle Root. 2. And drops him to 18.
So this is going to be, like I said, kind of annoying for Pete to deal with, but it's not like it's that big of a deal. Maybe Pete has a damnation. Just kind of focus on that.
I feel like how Strangle avoids a lot of the large sweeper kind of effects. Same thing with Kitchen Finks. They're also in Jeremy's deck.
Yeah. Someone was asking if we were going to be able to post the top deck list, and Steve Kirwan, owner of the store, usually posts them on his website. Probably will be the top 16, and also we'll try to find a way to put the decks we feature up earlier, but we'll work on that for you guys. So Shockland here drops speed down to 17.
So Snapcaster Inquisition.
Right.
Probably gonna hit either that scavenging or something else.
Yeah, the information here helps too. So now we know that Jeremy drew a land. So a kitchen thing's another one.
Oh, just
I wonder, he might have a damnation or something in his hand. I wonder if that's why he's not too worried about these cards.
I feel like damnation better.
Oh yeah, because they both come back.
Yeah,
Then, actually, that's weird. It's a weird pick for Pete. So this is actually a pretty good start for Pete. So he's actually going to be able to trade the Snapcaster off. He's not going to now, but it wouldn't be too bad to do this way to try to catch back up. So this drops Pete down to 15, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. And
unless he activated Death Ray, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so Jeremy goes up to 22 here off the kitchen things. So he's looking to block with the Snapcaster range, like I said, to stem the bleeding and make his removal spells actually 1-for-1. Give an exact life total update. Just 1 second. So trade with the kitchen things. Jeremy's going to go ahead and gain 1 life here.
No, he exiled it.
Oh, okay. That was a pretty good interaction. So that's going to cause Pete to gain 2, and Jeremy not gain 1. So actually, I wonder if that's why he hasn't been picking the undying creatures or the
to eat them.
To eat them with the Death Ray. He gains life off of it, and Jeremy doesn't actually gain advantage. But this run is actually going to be pretty hard for Pete to deal with.
I mean, if he has a removal spell for it on his turn, because he doesn't have the regenerate mana, he might be able to deal with it. But other than that,
Dark Confounder.
Yeah, now it's a problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it has Hexproof, so we would have needed
right.
Damnation, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I guess maybe removal spell, Lily. He doesn't need to have a fan for that, so.
He chumps the Scavenging Ooze, then eats it. No, it's Scavenging.
He doesn't have. Oh, he does have mana. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
It's a Scavenging Ooze. So he blocked with the Bob, and then he's
Strangle Root Guys. There we go.
He's going to eat it off of the Death Ray, right? So he's going to gain 2 again. Get an exact life total update just to make sure we're right in just a second. There's so much life total changing, we're actually just waiting for a final number here.
Played another kitchen fence.
So this is actually getting pretty difficult for Pete here. He hasn't played a land, I think, in 2 turns now, correct? And I mean, his Dark Confidants are actually trading, which is never what you want here.
He's gaining quite a lot of life at this spot. Like more than he did the last 2 games, but it's still not enough.
But I mean, he's now traded 2 cards for
Scavenging Ooze for Jeremy.
Alright, so
it
looks like he just drew a Bob off of his Bob. I think that's what just happened. So I think that might bring him to 9. We're about to get an update. 1 second. Hopefully he drew a land too, although he seems like he's struggling on his plays for the turn, which is not a very good sign. Jeremy followed up with a Leatherback. It's not that is Leatherback battle there.
Yeah.
Rumbling battle.
Yeah.
Same. What are they? How different would they be?
Leatherback.
Okay. 3 mana fatties.
Yep. All of them. I'm actually surprised he hasn't had Obstinate Bailout. I'm pretty sure he probably would have rather had Obstinate Bailout. The 3 green. I know for a fact the store was out of them. People were coming in earlier.
Well, his CMC is 3 green, isn't it?
Yeah, but I feel Obstinate Bailout's still there. Right.
Obstinate Bailout's 4 mana. So maybe he just wanted cards to play on turn 2.
Oh, it's 3.
Obstinate Bailout, no, it's 4 mana for 4.
Obviously, I don't play green cards very often.
So another Bob. That makes Bob number 3. I'm sure he is actually would have preferred those to be land at this point.
Seemingly choked on mana, even with the death rate.
Yeah, and he's just trying to keep his death rate up so he can keep gaining life. So this way, these damage he's taking isn't as big as they are. I wonder if Pete's gonna work on double blocking, because I don't know if he can take 2 Bob hits and not have block.
He's definitely blocking Bob, I feel.
Yeah, well,
this is
he borderline has to, right? So yeah, he's just blocking and he's gonna death rate gain. I don't know. This is a really hard work position for Pete. I feel like it's actually really hard for him to catch back up at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even a damnation's gonna leave a throne behind. So.
Getting goes back to what we think is 11.
Yeah. Sorry about this.
Yeah.
Our communication's currently not working, and I feel like
we're just eyeballing it from where we are.
Seems about right, but
So, just in case you guys are just tuning in, this is Kirwan Game Store Modern 2K event. And this event, they're actually handing out, Kirwan's is starting its own game store points, so KGS points for short. And they're handing them out to the top of, how many players are getting? Out to 32nd place is getting at least 1 KGS point. And later on down the line, I guess, I think at the beginning of January coming, this next year, you can start using these points towards entering tournaments, just in case you guys want to come on down, play some Magic at Kirwan Game Store. I'm pretty sure you can earn them even from like regular FNMs, everything from FNMs to their larger tournaments. We're back to the game here, playing Armagoyf. Still looking at a huge board on Jeremy's side. I think at this point it's almost damnation or bust. Oh, there's excuse me.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, minus the Crater Hoof. Oh, that's game.
Yeah, Pete's gonna go ahead and scoop him up here.
That's all sorts of damage.
Even if the leftovers were wrong,
Yeah.
it's not gonna matter too much there.
At that point. It was quite bad.
They must be talking about plays that Pete could have lined up and things that could have happened, but Jeremy shows him the Crater Hoof and says, yeah, well, Crater Hoof was gonna probably get there.
I feel like Thrun was talking about how Thrun was probably a larger factor.
Yeah, right. Run. Yeah, go ahead. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and show you us real quick. Talk about Kirwan's. I know Liam was going ahead and doing that.
Yeah, I was talking about the Kirwan's Game Store points that should be starting, I think he said, in January, where you can use the points to enter tournaments. And I think eventually you can start using the points for like TCG player points, where you can enter tournaments.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that's actually what Steve was going for off the main thing. You can also use them for entry and I think eventually he said buys, but buys he said he's going to wait until
I think he has a
little bit more abundant.
He's a 5K in June where he wants to start doing it, but he doesn't even I think he was saying his Magic rep doesn't even want to talk about June yet.
Yeah, right.
It's way too far away.
It's a while off. Yeah, but
yep. Saying buys are planned to be awarded in the 5K in June. They don't even have a specific date for it yet.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, all right, that's about it. We're gonna go ahead and take a 2-minute break here. We'll be right back. Either maybe we'll try to get another camera match in, or we'll just hold off until round 2. I know there's only about 10 minutes left on the clock.